What's up guys, Christos here and welcome back for another video. Now, if you are watching this video, there is a high chance you are watching it on either the 1st or the 2nd of January. So first of all, I would like to wish you a happy new year. Let's make 2021 much better than 2020. I don't think it's going to be very hard, but there we go. And obviously in this video, as you can probably see from the title of the video, we are going to be talking about my goals for 2021, and I'm going to jump straight into it now. I'm not going to waste any time, so all I ever ask from you guys is to obviously like the video if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel if you also haven't done that already. But let's get into it, and basically all I'm going to be doing is breaking my goals down into 5 different categories. And what we're going to start off with is the general goals, and I haven't done this before, and basically all I've done is set out 3 different general goals for the year. We'll get into that in a second. We're also going to be talking about my personal brand goals. Obviously this YouTube channel obviously comes into that. We're going to be talking about the e-commerce business that I run. We're going to set some goals for that, my investments, and then we're going to finish on our personal life, or my personal life, sorry. And basically what I've done is left timestamps in the description below, so if there was one area that you are more interested in, then you can just skip to that straight away. Other than that, I would really appreciate if you watched it all the way through. But let's not waste any time once again, and let's get into my general goals. Now, my first general goal, and this is a massive one for me. Now, if you don't know me or you haven't been on this channel before, I have basically just quit my full-time job to run my business full-time. So I set a general goal this year of I just want to get through 2021 as a full-time entrepreneur and investor and not have to go back to another job. So for me, really, the first year is all about surviving in my business for the first year, and I think that is a really good goal and a solid goal to set just from a general point of view. Obviously we can measure it by looking back at December. If I've got another job, then obviously I haven't reached that goal, but if I'm still doing what I'm doing, then things are going well. The second general goal that I've set this year is to help more people build an online income to live the life they want. Now, if you are watching this video, this YouTube channel that I've created hundreds of videos teaching people how to make money online, and the last 2 years have been a massive success, but I want to take it further than that, and that's basically the general goal. The way I'm going to measure that is obviously I'm looking at my YouTube stats, and we'll get into my broken down stats from my YouTube channel and stuff because I've got some goals around that. But basically I want to be able to help more people this year live the life they want, and whether that is quitting their job to run their online business or maybe just generating a side income so they can go on some nice holidays, it really doesn't matter. I want to help more people earn more money online. So that's the second general goal. And then the third general goal, you can't actually see the end of it because my face is in the way, but it's basically to increase my general quality of life both mentally and physically. So the reason I've said that is because over the last 2 or 3 years I've kind of let myself slip, especially when I've been working 9 to 5 and then building my business kind of 6-7 o'clock at night all the way through to 2 or 3 in the morning. Things like my physical health, my mental health has taken a slip. I haven't been taking as much time for myself, doing things that I enjoy that isn't work, because I obviously love my work. And then obviously from a physical side, I have been not going to the gym anymore and stuff like that, and that needs to change this year. And now that I've freed up some time by quitting my job, I'm gonna be able to do that. So they're my 3 general goals. Like I said, they're very general there. Some of them are a lot easier to measure than the other ones, but I wanted to add that this year so I can look back at the end of the year and just see if I hit my 3 kind of main goals. So moving on, I believe the first one is my personal brand. So if you watch this YouTube channel, obviously I've been doing this YouTube channel for 2 years and it's been absolutely amazing. I have garnered around 4,000 subscribers now, which has been absolutely awesome. Once again, I never thought I would actually reach 1,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, but obviously things do happen and it's gone really well for me. And I set a goal this year to film 120 YouTube videos, and based on my analytics, if I was to film 120 YouTube videos and I was to progress the rate that I'm going right now, I should be on around 20,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of 2021. Now, the subscribers mark really isn't that much of an importance to me. The main thing that I like to measure my success on are my comments and my likes and stuff like that, and actually know if I'm actually helping people. I've actually got videos out there that have got really little views that have been much more impactful than ones that have actually got loads of views. So the subscribers and the metric side of things aren't really as important, but the key for me is to film 120 YouTube videos. That is kind of basing on the fact that I plan to do 3 a week, and obviously that would take me to 150 odd YouTube videos, but obviously I do have a business to run on the side of that as well. So yeah, 120 YouTube videos I want to knock out this year. I think in 2020 I filmed 65, so we're looking at doubling up my content rate this year, which is going to be absolutely awesome. If you didn't already know as well, I have a blog. It's kind of going on and off for the last 3 or 4 years, but now I've completely revamped it to exactly the way that I want it, and I really want to start focusing on that this year as well, to get some written content out there, and I think that would be really valuable as well. So I've just kind of set a similar goal with the blog posts. I want to write 100 blog posts, and based on the analytics once again from my website, if I was to do that, I should receive around 50,000 unique visitors every year. So as you can see, these 2 goals, the main ones is based on my performance. You know, I'm not sitting there thinking I'm waiting for the subscribers or the visitors to come. I'm obviously making sure that I need to put the work in, and then that should be the result that I get. So that's really important when setting goals, I think, is not just to set yourself a metric to hit, set yourself a performance target, like a KPI, like a key performance indicator that you can measure your success. So if you wasn't to hit that metric, let's say like the 20,000 YouTube subscribers, you can look back and there's a lot more data to go by and see where you go wrong, because that is the point of a goal, to obviously look back a year later and see either how it went, whether it went well, whether it went bad, and what you can improve on for the next year. So that's my personal brand. Moving on to the e-commerce side of things, and I'm guessing the most of you watching this video has probably come from my e-commerce audience, and you're mostly interested in this, so here we go. If you didn't know already, I have an Amazon FBA arbitrage business, so buying and reselling products with retail and online arbitrage and wholesale. And basically my goal this year is to receive a £40,000 net profit from my Amazon business alone. And the key thing is net profit. That is absolutely everything taken off in terms of expenses. I'm talking about petrol, I'm talking about equipment, I'm talking about stock, I'm talking about every expense that goes into my business. I want to be walking away with £40,000 net profit after that. The only thing I haven't included in that net profit number is going to be tax, because everyone has to pay it anyway. So that's a really solid goal for me. I think I'm going to have to do around £200,000 to £220,000 turnover to achieve that. Moving on to the eBay side of things, I want to do £30,000 in eBay turnover. It is quite low, but my main focus is always going to be my Amazon business. But I really want to focus a little bit more on eBay, because I've lost a lot of money by not doing it over the first 2 years of running my Amazon business by selling my Amazon returns. And I've actually landed a couple of eBay wholesale deals recently, which have actually been bringing me a consistent income in as well. So you never know, I may even smash through that 30k goal at the start of the year, maybe by halfway through or something like that. But that's just a small goal for me in terms of the eBay side of things. I didn't want to set it too far-fetched. Moving on to the third goal that I've got for my e-commerce business, I really want to do this one, and I want to get it done by the middle of this year, and that is hiring 2 members of staff to help me with my Amazon business, and you'll realize why I need to do that very shortly. But before I get into that, I want to hire 1 member of staff that is going to be sourcing products for me to buy. So I want them to be looking through my wholesale contacts, my catalogs. I want them to be searching online for deals and clearance stores and stuff like that. And then I'm going to want 1 member of staff that's also going to be a physical member of staff, this one is, and that's going to be the one that's going to help me package products and actually get them shipped out. And that member of staff may become a prep center. We just haven't really decided what we're going to do with it yet. And basically the reason why I need these 2 members of staff is because this year I want to be launching my own standalone business. Now, this has always been a complete goal for me, and I put it off last year and I completely regret it. It was actually one of my goals last year that I didn't complete. And when I was sitting back reviewing my goals, I realized the reason why I didn't focus on building my own business and my own brand here is because all of my effort was going into my Amazon business. So what I'm going to have to do, I sat back and I realized that the way I'm going to improve this, I need to scale my Amazon business. I need to outsource some of the work so I can take some time out to focus on another business. So that's another goal that I've got. Basically, I want to launch my own business. I actually said in my second ever YouTube video, it was my long-term goal to have my own brand and be able to sell it on an independent platform. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing. I make my first £1,000 from it, but that really doesn't matter. The main goal is to launch my business, launch the website, and maybe make one sale, and that would be good enough for me because I know I would have taken action on that, which I didn't do this year. So that's my e-commerce business. Moving on to my investments. Now, this is something I've talked about quite a lot recently on my YouTube channel, and if you didn't really know, I have a Hargreaves Lansdown portfolio that consists of 5 different shares, 3 of them being individual stocks, Apple, Coca-Cola and Facebook, and then the other 2 being index funds, which you can see here on screen, which is the VMID index fund and the VUSA. And basically I've set a goal to be able to invest £10,000 of my business profits into my index funds, because this year they did perform really well, and I'd always of course wish I put more in, but sometimes that's not always the case. But I want to continue the consistent investments into these index funds, and hopefully they can continue growing over the years. The other goal that I've actually got for my investments is to add 2 more individual stocks to my portfolio. Like I just mentioned, I did have an Apple stocks, I've got Facebook stocks, and I've got Coca-Cola stocks. Now 2 of them are tech, one of them are consumables, and I want to be able to diverse a little bit more across them. That's really cool. And the third one is actually probably my biggest one, and that is to be able to put a deposit on my second rental property by the end of the year. I'm not saying I need to be able to buy one, but basically, if you didn't know, once again already, I have a rental property that I started renting out this year, and so far so good. It's been going really, really well for me, and after kind of renting it out, I realized it's a really good way to bring in some passive income. So I'm starting to look at some rental properties, but that all depends on my business and how well stuff goes like that. But yeah, if I can put a deposit down on a second rental property by the end of the year, I think that would be a really good goal that I would have achieved. So we'll see how that one goes. So that's pretty much my investments. I'm keeping it really simple, as you can see throughout all of these goals. I think it's really important when you are setting goals not to put them too far-fetched or too complex, because you do want to be able to track them throughout the years. I remember a couple of years ago I wrote down like 50 goals, and by the end of that year I didn't have a clue what any of them were, and I even looked back and I said, why on earth did I even set some of those goals? So I'm really trying to keep it really basic, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 goals in each of my categories of my life, and yeah, hopefully it works out. But moving on to my personal life, which is quite interesting, and basically my personal goal is to look like that guy, which you can't actually see because my ugly mug is in the way. But jokes aside, there's a couple of things that I mentioned out in the general goals at the start of the video. Basically, I want to be able to lose weight and get down to 14 stone again, because that's a really healthy weight for my height. And the way that I'm going to obviously do that is start eating a lot more healthily, start doing some exercise, like I said, because these are 2 things that I have really let go whilst I've been trying to build my business and get to the point where I could quit my job, which has benefited me in one way, but obviously I've lost things on the side of physical and a little bit of mental health as well doing that. So one really big goal for me this year, now I have got no excuses because I've got some more free time, is to do some more exercise, eat better food, and get down to 14 stone. I think that'd be a really good achievement by the end of the year. And then just touching on the mental side of things, I really want to improve my quality of life. I want to spend a lot more time to myself, maybe set some dedicated times in the evening where I can just take a break and do something that is completely not dedicated to my job or maybe this YouTube channel, just so I can have that reset every single week and keep a good quality of life. I think that's really important, especially over the last year. It's made me realize that more than ever. So the final one it's a little bit of a joke one, but it is something I do need to think about. I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. You know, I'm talking, please don't laugh or please don't slate me, at like up to 10 cans every single day. I think a lot of this as well is a little bit of a caffeine addiction. I don't like coffee. I don't like the taste of it. So my go-to is Dr. Pepper, and I love Dr. Pepper. I don't want to quit Dr. Pepper completely, but I do need to sit back and realise that I do need to cut down on it. I've just invested in a soda stream. Actually, it was a Christmas present for my mum, and I'm hoping that can help me kind of wean myself off onto more some fizzy water and stuff like that. So we will see about that one. It's normally a goal of mine every year, and I fail it every single time. So this time it's actually on video. So hopefully if someone's watching this, you might remember and might pull me up on the end of the year. So I've got some accountability there, but that's my personal goal. And I think that sums up all of my goals for 2021. The final thing I want to do is a question of the day. And of course, that is, what are your goals for 2021? I want you to let me know in the comment section down below. You don't have to let me know all of them, maybe your top 3 goals that you're trying to achieve, but I'd be really interested to hear them in the comment section down below, guys. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. I look forward to hearing from you about your goals. Obviously, hit a like on the video if you enjoyed it and you got some value from it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Happy New Year, guys. I wish you all the best for 2021, and I shall catch you in the next video. Take care.